The question is, what do we need to do to encourage, capitalize on tourism? We need to look at what we've got. Everybody knows we've got beautiful forests, we've got beautiful lakes, we've got beautiful scenery. We all know that. One other thing that we have is our music heritage. Festivals such as Liberty Square, the cruise-ins, things of that nature bring people to our town. And we need to continue to promote that, and we have. One of the favorite things I had that I went to was movies on the downtown square. I think that was a wonderful community project, and I think that brought some folks down to the area. So I think that we need to definitely continue advertising. We've done some road signs on 111 and on I-40 to try to steer people to our area. We definitely need to advertise, maybe beef up the advertising, things of that nature, but we've got to really build upon what we've got. We don't have an amusement park. We're not Disney World, but we've got our natural wonders and our scenery to pull people here. And hopefully when they come here, they'll stop by our shops and we'll purchase things. I think one thing that's hurt tourism is the lack of, the economy's bad. I mean, I don't go as many places I used to go, and I guess maybe y'all don't spend the money you used to spend because people are having to tighten their budget somewhat. And I think that probably has been a part of the factor why tourism is down a little bit. Thank you.
This question is, please briefly state your vision for the future of Sparta if you are elected as an alderman. Well, my vision for the city of Sparta is to grow. We continue to do things to bring people in. I'm chairman of the airport, and every 2 years we have an air show at the airport. This brings in a lot of tourists to Sparta, White County, and Putnam County. Probably one of the best things that what Sparta and White County has done is join the Upper Cumberland region, where the 4 governments of Sparta, White County, the 6 governments, really Livingston, and all are together in bringing in jobs. And I think in the future, with our connection with the group that we're connected with, we'll bring more jobs into Sparta and White County. I think that with Aladdin 111 is going to have very much on people coming through it and make people want to stop. And I think that Sparta's growing, even though some people don't think we are, but our sales tax revenue was up in April, a tremendous amount, and that means that somebody's buying something that's Sparta. Thank you.
Probably look at things a little bit differently. That's what my vision would be. Too often when we look at things from the same perspective, we don't actually see what's in front of us. I know I worked 9 years for what at the time was the largest retail company in the United States. When I quit that job to open my own business, that was a very scary ordeal. But the truth of the matter was, it's the best job that you can have is a job that you create. Too often we look at factories, and then what happens, the economy turns down, and then we don't have a job. There's not a single person that doesn't do something that they can contribute that would be job worthy as far as being paid for. So what I would try to initiate is a program that would allow people to determine what their skill levels are and try, just like we give benefits to companies that come in from the outside, like Walgreens and things like that, so that they could have the opportunity to create their own businesses as well. I'm not real big on bringing in outside what I call the big box people, simply because 100% of the profit leaves the community. The jobs are minimum wage jobs usually, and at times they're part-time. When a mom and pop opens their own business, 100% of the profit usually stays within the community so that they can support the other people in the community. A recession is a lack of money. It's not a lack of willingness to work. What we need to do is start looking at ways to keep the money here. And the only way we do that is we create our own jobs within ourselves. And there are a lot of different programs out there that can assist us in doing that. Thank you.
Well, I agree with what he says and what Hoyte says also, but for the children here, I think there needs to be a director for Parks and Recreation also, which I understand that causes money, but our kids is running them down the street, getting their first one thing and the other. But we got to have something for them to do. I don't know how we go about doing it, but I think it's vitally important for these children. Moms and dads can take care of them so much, but the kids they want to get out and about, so we need to give them places to go. And so, to me, that's a big step that we need to take. I think we need to bite the bullet and go ahead and do that through the county and city and everybody else involved.
I guess I have two visions. One is, I guess, a pie in the sky, and one's a more realistic vision for Sparta in the future. But the one that kind of meets in the middle that I think we can accomplish is I'd like to see every child that wants to stay in Sparta be able to and not have to move off. That's a decision every one of our children have to make. We worked on Motlow coming into the community. We worked hard on that. In the past 3 years, the attendance at Motlow has doubled from year 1 to year 2, doubled from year 2 to year 3. I see some of you here who have gone to Motlow. I see some of you here who have taught at Motlow. This is a crown jewel of our community, and we need to support it. And I was fortunate to be when the mayor first addressed Dr. Apple about the possibility of bringing Motlow to Sparta. It's going to be a wonderful thing, because when you have your educated folks here, then that attracts jobs. Right now, unfortunately, most of our high school graduates, once they go to college, they move off. That needs to change. But once you bring educated folks back to your community, they pay taxes, and that leads up to the other part of the vision, where hopefully we can have, better roads, better sidewalks, better parks and recreations for our children. I've got a little boy who's 6. I love him to do anything in the world for him. I want the best for him, just like you want for your children. I think that's what we all want. Thank you.
If anyone in the audience needs a kitten, see my wife afterwards. I don't know how she slipped that in there. What specific people skills do you possess that would be beneficial as an alderman? I'm not real good on people skills. I guess organizing people more than anything. I like to hear ideas. I like creating ideas, but then I like to hear ideas, because one of the neatest things that I've learned, especially out of teaching pottery classes for students, are they will give you a perspective that you didn't have originally. And I think that's what we're missing more than anything. Some of the programs that are created by the city are done before we ever even hear about them. And I'd like to see more personal input from the community. Now, don't get me wrong, we've had meetings before and nobody showed up at them, so I understand that. But I just think that the people themselves need to feel a little bit more involved in it. So I guess the skill that I would say is actually trying to get people organized and get them involved in the community so that they feel like they're part of it. I would like to see the downtown where there's more than just one car on Saturday, and that's mine out front. At one time, the community down there, which Mr. Luke next to me at Luke's Vacuum said the day the downtown died was the day Walmart opened. He said there was cars lining the street. The next day there was nothing. We need to stop being a community that meets at Walmart. And a lot of times I hear people, oh yeah, I saw them at Walmart the other day. We don't shop at Walmart no more. Thank you.